is a meme format waiting to happen. Like me after final exams. Me after Friday nights. Me after a hard day of having kids shoved into my stomach. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today we are exploring that favorite topic of ours that never gets old, Five Nights at Freddy's. But not just any Five Nights at Freddy's, friends, because it is a franchise that touches a lot of different things. It is books, it is cookbooks, it is live action experiences, and it is also a robusto community of fan games and fan creations. In this case, we're returning back to Battington, who is one of our favorite creators to react to here on the channel. Battington's YouTube channel is incredible. I first became aware of Battington for his work with the Harmony and Horror series, which is about similar FNAF-y style where terrible things happen and a family is torn apart and those people wind up in animatronic stuffed animals, large ice cream themed mascots, all that. And what's wonderful about him is, unlike a lot of other creators, unlike a lot of other just horror content in general, there isn't this reliance on like cheap jump scares, although there are sometimes cheap jump scares, but it's more this idea of you're creating a world full of dread, and you're creating a lot of this like tension that never truly resolves, or you're waiting for it to resolve, and by the time it finally does, it's like, oh, gee, like he pushes it right to the breaking point. And his work has historically been really, really good. And Ash brought it to my attention that there are a couple more episodes that we need to react to. A couple more. Like a literal couple.
A literal couple.
A duo, if you will.
Yes.
A duet. Like the two of us, a duet.
Yeah.
Pas de deux.
A pas de?
A pas de deux.
A pas de. De?
Yes.
De.
Deux.
Do you move your jaw a little bit with that?
Pas de deux, a step for two.
Okay. Aw. Wait, I kind of love that.
Oh,
a step for two.
Yeah, a step for two.
That's adorable.
Thank you. That's what I try to be. Adorable. That's it. But yeah, so speaking of adorable, let's talk about animatronic murder. So these are the FNAF tapes that he's done, the FNAF related tapes. And we've reacted to a bunch of these in the past. And so it is a series that gets periodically updated every now and then. The most recent one was from a couple days ago, actually. So good on us to be on top of this.
I know, right?
I like that the one before this was 8 months ago.
You gotta take breaks.
8 months, all right, I guess it's about time.
Well, Battington's been cooking up a lot.
Yeah.
He does a lot more than just, like, FNAF VHS stuff. So that is just the last entry to this series. But
wait, is this the last entry to the series?
No, the most recent.
Oh, last is in most recent.
Yes.
Not last as in final.
I don't, to my knowledge, he's not ending it here.
Oh man, we're calling final. Oh wow. This is the penultimate.
The penultimate.
No.
She was
penultimate. One of those words that I just want to use more. That's one of those really awesome words that I wish I had more opportunity to use in my day-to-day life. Penultimate.
Penultimate.
It's a great word.
That is a great word.
Right?
You
But
know what
how
else
often are you talking about the second to last thing? Because for those of you who don't know, penultimate, it's the second to last thing, right?
Yeah.
It is the thing that leads up to the finale. And it's like, how often do you need to refer to that specific? It is a very specific word.
Right. No, it is.
Another great word that's a little bit too specific to use on a regular basis, petrichor.
Ooh, I like that.
Petrichor is a great word.
Wait, what does petrichor mean?
Smell of earth, specifically like wet earth, like after a rain. So the smell of petrichor. It's great.
I can smell it right now. Mm-hmm. The petrichor is like going into my nostrils, but like in a psychological sense.
Yes, absolutely. Like an air up bottle. Not
petrichor pod.
They did not sponsor this episode, but they're here, and it's the Yeah, you too can inhale the smell of petrichor. Mm. Oh, it smells like wet earth going down my throat. It's great. So anyway, should we hop into this FNAF tapes? The penultimate one and the ultimate one that may or may not be the finals. But not
I was
really.
actually gonna say,
oh,
maybe we should hop back by like 180 degrees and take a look at what's behind us.
Whoa!
Yay! I did it!
Is this the finished product?
Yeah, this is at least phase 1
of
the
season.
Season 6.
Phase 1, season 6, phase 1.
Right.
Are we becoming Marvel now?
I think so.
Okay. Oh no. Well, we don't want that because
Well,
we're gonna take a steep plant off a cliff in a while.
I don't know. I feel like we're pretty good at oversaturation. We do 3 uploads a week. It can be hard to keep up with.
We thrive in saturation. I do feel. I feel like this guy might be missing a little. There's a shelf right there. Is a shelf going to go under this guy, or is he just hovering there?
No, it's not going to go under him.
He's just hovering?
Yeah. So, everyone meet physics-defying, anxiety-inducing bread.
Ooh, yes, because when people watch our videos, we really want to induce the sense of anxiety. That is the goal of GT Live.
Yeah. Well, it's actually a test of color theory, right? Because now we have a much softer background, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in front of the yellow, when the bread was balancing the potted plant on its head and it looked like it was about to fall,
right.
That was just pure anxiety. There was nothing settling about that aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
But here, we have the anxiety-inducing, why is that bread just on the wall? It's floating. When is it going to fall down? This is so wrong. With the more soothing grayish-green background.
Yeah, I like the just random pot peeking out. Like, it's not even... The pot blends in, and so it's just like random grass sticking up from this corner. It's an interesting choice. I like it.
I thought it was fun.
It is. It's fun. It's like sneaking out from behind.
Yeah.
I will say, so we filmed a couple of the transitional episodes while you've been working on this. There is a different vibe.
Yes.
And I am curious to see how it evolves and how it changes with time. But I don't know if it is color. I'm assuming it is color theory, and maybe like the fact that you're on this side and the things are slightly out of place or whatever. But there is a slightly different vibe and energy to this room as opposed to what existed downstairs.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's worse. I'm saying it is just palpably different right now, and I'm curious where it goes from here.
Yeah, but it was like a louder space. It was a larger space, so it felt like there was a lot of like. It was a more, I don't want to say chillax, but a more like open, spontaneous energy. Yeah. Where it feels like here, it's more concentrated in one spot.
We are kind of in a little like corner.
Right, we're in a little corner. The colors.
Nestled. We're nestled.
We are nestled.
Nestled.
Major nestling happening up here.
Hardcore nestling in this moment right now.
Yeah.
Are you feeling nestled? I hope so.
Are you nestled?
Are you nestled right? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you nestled right now? I certainly hope so.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is the nestle level you're experiencing?
Relative nestling. Yeah.
But again, like the colors, our camera angle, the spatial relationship, it feels more, I don't want to say like manufactured, but it feels more structured in a sense.
Manufactured.
It feels like a more structured production.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that's going to impact.
Well, you also got a fancier camera now. Like, I mean, not fancier camera, but like the camera's better now, and so it's like crispier.
I finally convinced people, y'all. I finally convinced people.
But now people are seeing every pore in my face.
But the autofocus is so sharp.
I know, it's so sharp.
You can go up to the camera and you can actually see you instead of just
sharp.
like not like a blur.
I'm coming to you in like 8K resolution at this point because that's what the world needs.
Oh yeah.
Matt Pat in 8K.
Yeah, it's like you're here with them.
Yeah, on the couch. Also, you're collecting fan art still for these guys, right?
Yes, please put your fan art on r/Game Theorists
While you're doing that on r/Game Theorists, you should follow the subreddit because we're at 799,000 subredditors. We're so close to 800,000. Just focus a little bit.
Yeah, give us that 800.
8000000. That was too many O's.
80. Oh, and that was the comma.
Okay, let's start Battington.
Woo!
Let's go. Motion detected in Cam 4. This is 8 months ago, so really fresh on the trigger right here. We're popping right into it in a timely fashion. And then we'll move on to whatever this other one is. What is this? The Case of Edward Morris. Isn't Edward Morris... Edward Morris, College of Performing Arts. I thought it was a... What am I thinking? Isn't there a... Edward Morris, first Baron Morris. I thought that... A cigarette company? What's the cigarette company? Edwin Morris?
What?
Isn't there Morris cigarettes or something like that?
I don't follow cigarette lore,
Oh my god. Stop.
Don't smoke, kids.
Oh my gosh. What is the brand? Philip Morris. Brothers. Must be brothers. Really? You don't know? You're not exposed? Like, and that's actually fascinating because we've noticed some of the generational differences between us. You're not exposed to, because I do not smoke. I do not encourage people to do it. I think it's bad across the board. There's nothing positive in it whatsoever. But even I know that they exist and the key brands and stuff. But no, you never.
I don't know. I know Marlboro. I know Camel.
Yeah.
I think the Beatles did a little video on a bus one time or a train. Anyway, that was John and George. No, or was it Ringo? Shoot.
Sure, okay.
Anyway.
And this is where Ash goes down their little pathway.
Sorry. No, but I don't really know at any other ones besides that.
Right, okay.
I've seen them, but I don't memorize it.
Sure. You gotta know your lore in all categories. The lore of Camel.
Oh, no.
The camel. It's a disturbing character. It's a weird one. I don't know. I look at that and I'm like, why would this attract anyone to your product? It's weird. Motion detection cam 4. Let's go. Animatronic camels. Okay. Oh, I am seeing that motion. I'm assuming this is cam 4. Okay. Seeing a lot of motion. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Checking it out. Blue screen it up. All right. Bonnie. Hey, Toy Bonnie. What you up to? Awesome. I love Battington's sense of motion and the heaviness of these animatronics, right? I think it's easy to forget, or what is this in the corner? Is that just dust? What is that? And also, are these flash frames? Because there's been a couple flash frames where I'm like, is that something or is that just static? So I just want to check one of these real quick. Okay, that was just static, just to cover up the cut. But you have all this in the corner that keeps going, and I don't know if that's dust or if that's actually something else controlling it. But the heaviness of the robot, because again, these are heavy-duty robots, and especially if you're talking about the technology of like 1980s, early 1990s, like these are heavy parts. And there's a lot of extra stuff on them, so they're going to be chunky, and you're going to have that, like, you know, the motor turns, and it's going to kind of jolt over. It's easy to overlook that stuff because the original games were so, you know, everything was static images, really. So you never saw anything actively moving. It was just you saw them after they had already moved, so you lose a lot of that. And more modern games have a little bit of that, but the robots are so futuristic and their animations and stuff are so modern and fluid, you're losing a lot of the kind of like janky roboticisms of the initial batch of robots, which to me is probably like the scariest, most uncanny part of it, is that idea of like the herky-jerky movements as they kind of approach the camera, like focus on things. That's upsetting. You know, the Monty Gators and the like glam rock chicas of the world are so modern and, you know, so naturalistic. You don't get that sense of like, oh, this is literally a giant 100-pound robot that's coming to attack me right now. And I appreciate that about all of Battington's work is he really leans into those aesthetics, which is cool. Oh, he'd be looking at me. That's creepy. That's a good look. That was a good look. And he gone! Look what a fun place. What a fun, delightful place this is. Although I will say, the door placement right here, whoever's sitting here, getting cold and getting a lot of obnoxious, you know, stop, leave me alone, stop. Yeah, not the most optimized layout, and no birthday boy wants to sit there, let me tell you.
No, if someone's pushing that door open in a hurry, you're not in luck.
No, you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. Also, that idea of being downwind of the door at a restaurant where they open it and all of a sudden you're like cold every couple seconds because someone's coming in at worst.
I will say.
Needs to be a crime.
Oh.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I was reflecting on how the blue chair to the right and the green chair to the left would kind of put you in the command position. Or maybe that red chair above the...
Are you talking feng shui?
I am talking feng shui.
We're doing an episode right now on feng shui, and this is unrelated to that, but we've been like... Ash and I both have like changed some of the things in our spaces to see if feng shui, which is the idea of changing your space to see how it impacts your mental state, and like simplifying and doing certain things help. And one of the key features is positioning yourself and the way that you're looking and the way that you're sitting, so that way you're not in direct line of a door, but you're able to face the doorway, right?
Yeah.
And so you're saying that those chairs are in position, like command positions.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're facing that door, and they're out of line of that door.
Yeah, but nothing is in line with this doorway.
No, nothing. It's literally...
It's a great start.
Right? They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're fun. That's the episode that we should do. That is, all these years of game theories about like solving the lore, this and that, no one cares. You know what they do care about? The feng shui of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. Like, honestly, they could stand to lose some. There's a lot of clutter on the walls. There's a lot of things that are not serving my immediate purposes right now, not bringing me a lot of joy. Could probably thin this out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe William Afton wouldn't have killed those kids if his space was a little more conducive.
If only there were slightly more reflective metallic surfaces that would have helped spark and funnel and fuel his creativity. If only.
Boom.
So many child murders would be solved had it not been for that. The tablecloths are too busy from a pattern standpoint.
Oh my god.
Simplify, Willie A. Simplify. Also, these lights just popping on and off all the time. That's good. Ooh. Oh! Suddenly we're in the Walton Files. This is a very Walton Files jump scare. Oh, that's cool. Found a way inside. I keep expecting he's hiding in the... I know he's hiding in the shadows, but because of the tone of the song, it should be like a one-syllable word. So I keep expecting, he's hiding in the sand. He's hiding in the sand. Like, what sand, Toy Bonnie? Like, what sand is William Afton hiding in right now?
Or like, you could go shadows.
Right. He's hiding in... He's hiding in the shadows.
Or just skip the word the.
Yeah, he's hiding in shadows. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. I wonder if this is like to make it copyright neutral, though I think this is just inherently a copyright neutral song. So, anyway. Most patriotic songs, fairly copyright neutral. Hey, buddy. Getting a little close there, bud. In the sand. Every time. Sand. It sounds like the sand. He's hiding in the sand. And that sand is all up in his bathing suit right now, and he can't get it out. It's the worst.
Oh, man.
He's going to have to shower like 3 times. Oh, wait. Oh, now we're on the next one. Hold up. Real quick. I just wanted to call out, and again, this is what I love. Again, I talked about this briefly at the beginning, but how much I love Battington's sense of tension. Like, this is so good. And the fact that we've never seen something like this in FNAF seems like a big miss, right? Because in FNAF, you flip up the camera and it's already there. The animatronic is already in frame. So seeing the slow move into frame is so good. I love that. And then I'm not going to subject you to the jump scare because that was intense for me too. But the idea of it transitioning from what is going to happen. This is one of the best versions of subverting the audience's expectations. It's so well done here. I love this. Because you saw the ears. You saw Bonnie slide into frame. You know what the shadow is. You're like, oh, it's a bunny. And you know that the jump scare's coming, whatever. And then this, to switch to, oh, it's a human face. So upsetting and so shocking to me because it's not at all what you anticipate. It's so good. I thought that was fantastic. And I do stand by the fact that once it's on screen, though, this is very Walton Files, where it feels a little bit stretched out and a little bit exaggerated. So, and then you have the kind of like deep fried color filter, pixelated whatever, which is also very Battington, or also very Walton Files. But all right, so he's hiding in the sand. It's good. Again, this is the reason why Battington's stuff feels so cool and so special. There's something at the end, isn't there? He's hiding in the sand.
Oh.
There's right Sando. Well, there it is. That was the one. I'm glad we found the frame. Nailed it. Okay, case of Edward Morris, brother of Philip Morris. Got the money to create his fictional Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria off of,
his brother's cigarette company.
His brother's cigarette business. Exactly. All right, what we got? Warning, the following footage contains flashing lights, loud noises, and graphic It's FNAF, go figure. Viewer discretion is advised. Consider that your warning, friends. Oh, wow. Is this real? This looks like a real set that he built. I don't think you're making this in. It looks too realistic to be like a virtual set. This is cool. I love the fact that I can't even tell like virtual sets from real sets anymore. Like, it's really impressive.
Right? People are just that dang good.
Right? In the FNAF community at this point, like, I've seen people build pizzeria replica. This is virtual. I've seen people building stuff in their basements. I think it's incredible what people can do, like, practically, but also... Oh, that's Foxy. Oh, those are our buds. Can we shine the flashlight on them? I'm a little uncomfortable with them staring at me in the darkness. There they are. Pretty terrifying. Cast these guys in the next FNAF movie.
Real.
These are your horror animatronics for a FNAF 2 movie. FNAF 1 movie that's already cut print. Can't do it. FNAF 2, hire out these guys.
For the FNAF 2V.
Yeah. The FNAF 2 V. It's like a childhood run, like a Secret Life of Pets, like a Illumination Entertainment, like kid animated movie. All those crazy animatronics at the pizzeria. When it turns sinister, it's the 2V. I already see it. It's like a made for Disney movie. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, right? Like, look at these guys. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. I hate every moment of this. It's the worst. I love Chica's spandex pants. Chica be sporting her Lululemons. Oh. Not great. Not great. What we got going on here? Why do we call it this blue thing? Is there a reason? What would this be? Just a purple curtain?
Random curtain for fun?
Purple curtain? Right? I mean, it could just be the cut, but it felt intentional to like focus on this like very brightly colored object. This is a meme format waiting to happen. Like me after final exams. Me after Friday nights. Freddys had himself a good weekend. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
He's tired.
That's me after a food theory shoot.
This is me after like I finished my 4th episode of the week. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I'm just gonna lay here. Oh, the relief. Me after a hard day of having kids shoved into my stomach. So, the fact, unless the lore starts picking up, I'm assuming that we are Edward Morris in this moment. That's my guess. Like, this is whose perspective we're watching this from. So we're gonna see what awful... Ooh, hello. You don't say. Bonnie on the loose. Bonnie's got like... What it looks like a horse skull sticking out of there.
I know.
Doesn't it? Like, I'm assuming it's meant to be the like robotic muzzle for Bonnie's face.
Looks like a coyote.
But right, it does. It looks like some sort of a, like muzzled creature.
Coyote.
With a skull. Yeah, terrifying. Just pointing. Yeah. No thanks. No thanks. Hard pass. I don't know, man. I love that it casts the glitch too.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh. The wear and erosion. It's gross. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It's also interesting too because is this indicating that a soul or a spirit is active and possessed? Like, why is it all of a sudden like glitchy, and then all of a sudden it goes away, right? Is that a spirit has arrived, the spirit is in this animatronic right now, and then it transfers? That's really interesting. I like that as a creative choice, and it makes me really curious why the technology is glitching in that moment and why you're getting that versus now where it's stabilized. It's just an anomaly that it happens when a spirit arrives, or like one of these animatronics is like going haywire, or what? Stranger. Oh, that is... Bonnie's seen rough days. Freddy's like, oh, I'm relaxing for the weekend in my hammock. Bonnie's out there fighting the good fight.
Yeah, that's me during the food theory shoot.
That's Ash being like, by the way, we're doing a feng shui shoot. And you're like, oh, are you kidding me right now? And see, here's everyone complaining about the red eyes in the FNAF movie. I have no complaints with these red eyes. Which is an interesting call out. And again, I think this is one of the reasons why it would be cool to incorporate more of the FNAF community in the FNAF movies in some way. Because I think a lot of these creators have really cool perspectives on it. Because the difference between the FNAF movie and this is in the FNAF movie, they just like, here's a red mask over the whole eye. Whereas here, you can tell Battington has thought through what the animatronic eye is really working. It's not a full-on light bulb all the way through, but it's a point of light in there that is lit. And the eyeball is kind of a surface around it. It's cool. Like, this works really, really well. And sells that, like, oh, it's possessed, but it's also evil. Not great. Oh! Gross. This is really effective. Oh, things have gone haywire. Oh, this is disturbing to such a level. Oh, you need Vivian. Okay, we're going to pause this and reflect what's going on when it calms down here in a second. This is terrifying. We shed our hidden smiles. A new fawn has come to play. Gross. Not happy about that. Don't love it when you phrase it that way. Our cries were not heard. fawn could not stay. Ave Maria playing. No empty box to shelter him. Yeah, I was gonna say, so this means a kid has died, but there was no other like available animatronics, no silver eyes to see through. It's a reference to the books. Run, little fawn. So now the spirit's loose, right? The spirit's free. Before all hope disappears. Run, little fawn. Let's stop calling little kids fawns. That's concerning to me. Like but the reason why, right? It's the innocence of a deer, you know, and fawns are baby deer. But like the golden hair. I never thought of Spring Bonnie as being a hare. I like that. That's a cool distinction. I'll let it keep playing. Curious where we're going with this. And then we'll go back and... Oh no! 15-year-old Edward Morris was found dead inside an air vent at Freddy Fazbear Junior's! Oh, man. Juniors. That's like our old timeline theory about what Juniors is meant to be. Or Juniors, the game. After complaints of an awful smell that flooded the pizzeria. Oh, hate that. Oh, that's not great. Edward Morris went missing after his friends dared him to hide in the building until the place was closed. To gather evidence that the pizzeria was haunted. Oh, that's so sad. Friends are the worst. Though it isn't clear if Edward's family will be taking any legal action against the pizzeria, Fazbear Entertainment has stated that they are not responsible for Edward's death. Or the man seen wearing the yellow... Oh, and by the way, also the man wearing a yellow suit. This is a public statement announcement to please be aware of the danger of being alone anywhere that you shouldn't be. You can be putting your own life at risk, so be smart, be safe, and stay away from this. Stay away from this. By the way, stay away from this guy. This guy right here. What's that sound? Don't love it. I was waiting for it. I was curious where we were going with this one. Huh. Interesting. Oh, poor Edward Morris. Okay, let's go through this craziness. Let's go through this craziness and actually break down what happened. So we're Edward Morris. I have more than enough information for my friends that this place is haunted at this point. Let's be honest. If I'm Edward Morris, I'm getting out of here. Like, I see this bunny and I'm out. In fact, I am out the door the second Freddy tips over. Like, the second Freddy falls on his side, I'm just out. Because it's a loud sound, it's a dark building, I'm not supposed to be where I'm here. It's the worst. That is terrifying. And then all of a sudden, you know, giant ruin thing comes at me. Oh, the way it's revealed is so creepy. Okay, so I'm running away. We've got, right, the sound, again, the sound design is so disturbing. And this, I see a lot of horror stuff, obviously. I'm familiar with a lot of things. For some reason, the, like, twitching, glitchy, like, robots going too fast, or, like, stuff that has been sped up to an uncomfortable degree, it gets me in a way that not a lot of other, like, horror imagery does. And I'm not exactly sure why. But if I look at, like, horror movies like The Ring and things like that, like, a lot of the spooky imagery is, I'm like, oh, okay, it's kind of spooky imagery. But for whatever reason, it's the, like, sped up flies or, like, speed ramping. That's the stuff that gets to that uncanny valley where I'm like, ooh, that one gets me in a way that the other stuff I'm like, oh, I'm okay with.
Like, it's so unnatural. It's not something that you could specifically replicate.
Yeah.
Which implies that there is something wrong with what you are seeing.
Yeah.
Or there is some kind of distortion happening with the subject.
Yeah, it is. It's a different sort of, because we talk all the time about, like, the uncanny valley, right? And that's why the animatronics work so well, or why, like, humanoid robots are so scary, is because they're, like, not quite realistic to the point of, like, oh, I believe this, and so they fit into this just unnatural state that make people uncomfortable. But the speed ramping hits, like, a different side of the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Where it's realistic, but yeah, it's not something that you can replicate or that you're used to seeing. And there's a discomfort in seeing natural creations, be they robots or insects or whatever, doing actions abnormally fast.
Right.
It's fascinating. It's terrifying to do this. Also, I did notice this during the first watch out. The skee ball collection at Freddy Fazbear's, solid. That is a solid lineup of skee ball.
I'd go.
You're talking 6 skee ball ramps right there. It's legit. That's how you know a quality arcade, but based on the number of skee ball ramps they got. I was at Chuck E. Cheese the other day. They had 6 skee ball ramps, and I had myself a great time.
You were at Chuck E. Cheese the other day?
Sometimes I go like once a year.
Oh. Wait, then why'd you decide to go so recently and then not tell me about it?
Oh, do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese with me one time?
I'd love to go to Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese
let's
with
go
you
to
one day.
I'll break my rule. I'll go twice.
Oh, great. Okay, sweet.
I just had to have that recycled pizza, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Sometimes
what?
you have a hankering for that like pizza that was on someone else's plate, and then you're like, they put it on your plate.
But when I was 6, I wanted it so bad.
Have you gotten it since?
I don't even think I had it when I was 6.
Oh no! Well, let's make sure that you get some pizza.
Okay, great.
I'll make sure that you get some pizza.
Okay, I need other people's like fingerprints on it.
Pizza and skee ball.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Got it. It'll be Theorist bonding set.
Woo.
So what is this thing? Because we all see this spooky guy, right? Obviously, that's our William Afton. He's chasing our kid, and our kid's kind of running away scared. What is this thing?
So the black and white, I feel like it's weird that this is showing up on the screen that's black and white, but we're also being shown black and white footage of the animatronics, like, going really fast and
right,
like, twitching. So I wonder, like, is it
right? I don't, because it doesn't really match
no.
any of the existing animatronics. It kind of looks like this face, and you have the eyebrow. Like, it's definitely a face, but it looks like it has this like Mario mustache almost. That's what I'm seeing when I look at it.
Oh, ha.
See the resemblance?
Yeah.
Similar. Both got the mustache.
Oh wow, I actually really do see that.
It's Pascali.
Ha.
Five Nights at Freddy's crossing over with Chuck E. Cheese finally after all these years. It's happening. Even the cheekbone kind of like matches. Got the big old puffy cheek.
Yeah.
There it is, Pascali. Okay, Chica's like, no, leave away. What is? Okay, that's him. So this is him hiding under an arcade cabinet or something, and that looks like Afton chasing him, and then his hand, and then reaching in to grab him, maybe. So this is, so what is this? So we have our suit. I'm assuming that this is the Golden Bunny, right? This is the Springtrap suit.
Right.
And has Afton gotten out of the suit then? And is celebrating his victory here? Is this him like boogieing down?
I see it as like trying to break down some kind of wall. Like, or like banging on it. That's what you hear in the background.
Oh, trying to... Well, we know that Edward winds up in a vent.
Right.
Right? So it could be that Edward climbed into the vent here. And this is William Afton, banging down, like either behind the door or trying to bang down like the vent kind of thing. To like get inside, because he can't reach inside, right? So Edward is protected and safe. So he's stuck there.
Oh.
So he had to get out of the... Because this feels like we don't see the suit moving. So it looks like William Afton's like, I'm going to get you in my bunny suit. And then Edward's like, no, peace out. And he dashes away. And he climbs into the vent. And so William's like, I'm going to get you. And then he's like, no, I can't get into the vent in my bunny suit. So let me put it into spring lock mode. Here it is in robot mode. Now I'm out in human form. And I'm trying to, get back here, kid. And he can't.
Do you think he died in the vent? Or like Afton killed him and then they stuffed him into the vent because there wasn't a suit available?
That's a great question here.
Because that's...
Wait, based on this.
I think that's Edward banging trying to get out.
Wait, who you think?
I think that's Edward at the end, like banging on like a wall or a door, being like, get me out of here, because you could hear the banging.
Oh, you think this is Edward?
Yeah, and then that's Afton creeping up behind him, and that's why we see the cut of the bunny.
Oh, and that's why you see the cut of the bunny. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I forgot that we got this cut of the bunny. Now that I see this cut of the bunny, you're absolutely right. Yeah, the bunny's still here. You're totally right. That's right. Oh, creepy as all get out. Yeah, and then this is like, oh, he ran away. We shed our hidden smiles. What's that mean? Shed our hidden smiles. So, because to me it would be like, oh, we shed our public smiles. Because like the animatronics are kids trapped inside of the robots. So the robots would be the external, like, public smiles. And it would be like, oh, we shed our public smiles to protect this kid. But interesting. Our cries were not heard. Vaughn could not stay. There was nowhere to go. So yeah, so you think that the poor kid was shoved into the vent, huh? Yeah. No, you're right. That's fair. Oh, that's sad. At first I thought for a second he just got stuck in the vents after he ran away and was traumatized up there, but no, you're totally right. He got killed and then got shoved in the vents. Maybe he possesses the vents now.
Oh gosh. Not a vent ghost.
The vent ghost. That's it.
Maybe.
Kind of like how we've been talking about Charlie in the new games, how Charlie exists in the infrastructure of the building itself.
Or maybe, you know how there's like a mini Music Man that's in the vent and like running around?
Yeah.
Maybe that's Edward.
Oh, maybe. we can
hate
hope.
Joking about this.
I know, right? I also hate leaving it on screen right now. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should move away from the like blood-soaked vent. That'd be great. And then what's this at the end here? Like I hear something. Is that the sound of the vents? Sound of breathing? I don't know. It could be the sound. And here's the thing. Yeah, maybe that is just the sound of the vents coming to life. And we're vindicated this whole time. And there's a spirit that possesses the entire infrastructure of the building. And that's it. So creepy. So disturbing. I am terrified of this whole thing. It is great. The case of Edward Morse, that is sad. That was really tragic. That made me really bummed. Hey everyone, this video is a small little tape to keep you guys entertained. Yeah, staying entertained while I'm busy working on bigger projects. No, this is not the tape that I've been teasing about. That video I'm also working on. That should be coming out next. This video is me having fun and experimenting with new ideas. Oh, good old times. Good old times, man. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's, you are such a dark, sinister franchise, and you're not allowed to address it, but all your fans are, and that's how we get stuff like this in the most disturbing, creepy way possible. So I also, as always, encourage you, please go check out Battington's channel, because he has got so much more than just the FNAF-related stuff on here. Obviously, FNAF is a big part of it, but a lot of his... Here we go. Here you go. You got the Harmony and Horror series, which is fantastic and continues to be fantastic deep into its run. I mean, there's so much good stuff that it is absolutely worth your time to check out. So please give him some support because, you know, the FNAF community is full of really talented creators. I'm also really curious about this bat animation. I have not seen this, where it's him, Walton Files versus his. That's Sammy the Seal. That's awesome. I kind of love that. Battle of the Tapes. That's awesome. I want more epic rap battles of animatronics in my life.
Ooh.
Glamrock Bonnie versus Toy Chica. Ready, begin. That'd be awesome. So anyway, if you're a content creator looking for content that will tickle my heart, the animatronic rap battle. That's the way to go. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being scared along with us. And, you know, we'll see you in the next episode. And remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!